Hello guys, welcome back to another pickup video. But first I have a story because, well, the pickups weren't planned, but neither was, well, this was planned, but surprise for other people. So, for a while now we talked about taking, like this year, a mini vacation. A couple years ago we took this big vacation to Kansas City, which I got a lot of game stuff there. But this year we were kind of like, we're not going to do anything during the summer, but let's like towards the winter do something really small. And so we decided we're going to go to Key Lime Cove Water Indoor Resort, which is the one we went to is in Gurnee, Illinois. Got the hotel room to stay there and everything. So you really don't have to leave the building if you want to eat the food, the restaurants there and everything else. You technically don't have to leave the building while you're there because you got food and of course entertainment and your room to sleep. So that's what we decided to do. But Thursday, my son only had a half day. And so we originally told him, you know what, I'm taking the day off because Taco Bell had their free crunch wrap from a certain time, which was actually pretty good, by the way. We told him I'm going to take the day off so we could go get that. We never told what we were doing. And it was tough sometimes. We wanted to surprise him. So after we did the crunch wrap, we dropped him off at school. We packed, everything up, the clothes and everything we need. I put in the back of the car, and we picked him up. And he had made plans for the weekend, like he wanted to play Minecraft or whatever. And when we told him we told him we're going to take him to an outlet mall. And he was already upset, shopping. I just want to do my thing. Why can't I go home and do my thing? Why do we have to do this? Like, Mom, can you drop me and Daddy off at home and just go by yourself? Because he really just wanted to do what he wanted to do. He had a long weekend, and this was just ruining his first day. And he was getting more kind of mad as we went along the way because we had gotten lost a little bit at one point, not much, just a little bit. And he's like, how come you don't know where the outlet mall is? Haven't you been there before? And then one of the moments that kind of made us almost think it was going to get ruined, the surprise was my wife had to use Siri on her phone because we're going to go a different way than originally planned of going. We had directions for, and it had said the actual place we're going, and my son's like, why does it say Key Lime Cove? We're going to the outlet mall. Like, it never dawned on him. He never put two and two together, which is really cool. So when we finally got there, and we stopped at the sign. He had read Key Lime Cove, but he did not read Indoor Water Resort. So he still didn't know, and we go inside, and from the outside it looks really big. And you go inside, and it kind of looks like a mall. It's meant to look like a beachfront with a bunch of shops in it, so he didn't get that it wasn't. And my wife went to go check in, and I took him to the window, and he saw the water slides and the big pool and all that stuff. And he's like, why do you take me here? Why do you take me here? I don't have a swimsuit. How come I can't go swimming? He goes, well, we got to go now. He's like, why would you show me this when we have to leave? This isn't, this isn't fair. And so we got to go to our room. He goes, what do you mean room? Our hotel room, because we're staying here. And then all of a sudden it dawned on him, and he got all excited and happy. And that was just really cool. One of the things we'll never forget. It was just awesome as a parent. So one of the funnest things as a parent is sometimes leaving your kid in the dark because of the awesome surprise that you're going to give them, and he absolutely loved it. We all had a fun time during the weekend. But they had an arcade there, which I'm going to show pictures of that in a vlog video I'm going to do later this week. And they had like a Sonic air hockey table there. They had some arcade machines, like old Space Invaders was there, which is kind of cool. But they had some interesting things that I wouldn't buy because it was a lot of tickets, but it was just kind of, I guess, a gamer to see. They had a 3-foot stuffed animal Pikachu there that was like 12,000 tickets. They had, like, for 70,000 tickets, they had like a child life-size version of Mario's Mario Kart for Mario Kart. Obviously later I found out that they have this at Toys R Us, but still it was cool to see that in person. But I did get one thing there at the arcade. It was one of those machines where you just drop down with the magnet and pick up like a washer, and every one has so many points, and you need 20 points to get this, so I played it a little bit to get this and did. Is the Namco Europe Limited Pac-Man headphones. Again, really cool. Of course, it was Blinky on the front. It was Blinky. Sure someone's going to tell me I'm wrong, but anyway, I just think it's Blinky. So anyway, it was cool to get this. Just something cool to put in the game room because these are 40 millimeter headphones, and my computer doesn't take 40 millimeters, so there you go. It's really cool to have. So when we left, we decided, you know what, we're going to do a little shopping. Let's go stop at a game store. We decided to stop in Naperville, Illinois to just replay there. No intent of getting anything, really. Of course, never really do when I go to get stuff anyway, but at least on vacation. And it was an alright game store. I wouldn't call it like blow you away game store because their NES collection was actually really small. So was their Genesis collection stuff. Really, what did surprise me was they had a decent amount of boxed Atari 2600 games, and they had actually, I believe it was like a stack of actually boxed Odyssey games, which I've never really seen in the wild before, which was they were cool to see. Well, basically, if it was PlayStation 2 after, they had a really decent selection, but anything before that, not really a lot. But uh, I've said this before, my wife's a big Lego game fan, and we're looking at the Game Boy case. And in the Game Boy case is a Lego game we didn't have, and that is Lego Alpha Team. Not sure what it... Well, if I get it right here, there we go. Not sure what it's all about, but again, looks kind of cool. Have to see what it's all about, but again, cool to add this. We didn't have this one. Now, my son had his own money, and I'll say this before and I'll say this again. One thing I really love about my son as a gamer as he is that he doesn't go by, okay, I got to buy a latest game for the latest console. He basically, if he likes the game, he's going to buy it. It doesn't matter what console it's on. That's just the way he is. And so the first game, he wanted a racing game, and so for the DS, he ended up picking Need for Speed Nitro. I never played it before, so he played a little bit on the way home. Didn't really say a lot about it. But the second game he picked up was for the PlayStation 2. I didn't really even know this game existed. It's actually done by Electronic Arts, and that is Legodrom Racers. Now, the problem with this is Lego's all the way in the bottom, so if you're not really paying attention, you're not even going to know. From the side, you can't even tell this is a Lego game. So I had to pull this off to look at it because it looked kind of decent and saw there was Lego on it. Basically more after Lego Technic than it actually like Lego that a lot of people know. But it's an alright racing game. Graphically not the most impressive game on the PlayStation 2. There's better looking racing games. But it's decent. You can have some fun with it. We played it earlier. It's a decent game. Now for me, because he was in the racing theme, I kind of got into it. And I picked up a game on the PlayStation 3 that I was interested in. I have the other games in the series. I just never picked this up, and that was Gran Turismo 5. It was only $3. People I know like it or hate it. But again, I own the other Gran Turismos for $3. No big deal. I've already done the 27 updates on it. I just haven't tried it out yet. So again, cool to have another Gran Turismo game. So there you go. Now my next two games are actually Christmas gifts. Because my wife loves Lego games. We're sitting there, and we both love the Wii U. My whole family does. The Wii U is a great console. And she loves Lego games, and she doesn't own these yet. And she saw me, I said, you know what? You want me to get them for Christmas for you? She said, sure. And so I did, because she got me something for Christmas, which I can't wait to show because it's totally unbelievable awesome. But first game I got was Lego The Hobbit. Of course. Awesome. If you love Lord of the Rings, which I do. And the next game, again, another one up my alley, even though I'm not good at Lego games, so I'll watch them play these. And that is Lego Marvel Superheroes. So, those two are incredibly awesome. Now I'm going to get to the final thing. Now, one of the things I always wanted to do is to get every console I ever owned, growing up in life that I played. And basically, I owned, up to this point, almost every one I have. Like, I have the Atari 2600 I had as a kid. I have, obviously, a Nintendo Entertainment System. I have Super Nintendo and 64. I had all those. We never got rid of PlayStation 1 or 2 or 3, so we still have all that. I got a Dreamcast, obviously, that big, like, was it 3-4 years ago, that big, massive Christmas/birthday that I showed my wife got me, like, the Dreamcast and, like, 100 games, which is amazingly awesome. But there's one console I had that I still didn't own, and I've seen it once or twice, mainly when we were out, like, a vacation. They did have it in my ear one time. My wife like, do you want it? And I just said no because there were a lot of other games at the time I wanted for systems I already had. And I said, no, not now, maybe later. But this time, she goes, I looked at it, so, oh, it's cool. I was joking that day, said, watch, they'll have a 3DO. And they did have a 3DO. But she goes, do you want it? I go, no, that's a lot of money. I don't want to spend it right now. And she said, well, how about I get it for Christmas/birthday? And I said, well, if you're going to do it, then that's cool. That'd be awesome Christmas gift, right? And she said, okay, and we got it. And so I'm going to test it out first, and I'm not going to see it again until Christmas. But this is the Gold Star 3DO. And unfortunately, it does not have the MPEG expansion in it. But still cool to have. Now, here's the funny thing about this. When we went to buy this, the lady basically had to take the back counter completely apart because she couldn't get the door open. And then she didn't understand how heavy this thing is because, again, a 3DO is like metal. It's really heavy. And she really, like, kind of surprised her when she took it out of the case. So when we went to go pay for the front, the guy's like, you know, you have something to return this. But if you return it, we're not going to have another one. Which I figured that out already, right? You don't see the 3DO very often. Where I've gone shopping at, the one thing harder to find in the 3DO seems to be a TurboGrafx 16. Now, I actually own one game for the 3DO to test this out, and that's actually soccer, because it was one of the games I had played on my 3DO was soccer. I never played soccer before, and this is when I was in the Navy in the like early 90s, and two of the people I knew were like from like Venezuela, Central America, and they were big into soccer, and like, you know, I watched soccer game, I was like, cool, and I got the game, we played it, it was a lot of fun, so I'm going to go get out my soccer game and try it to see if it works. I have all the cords and the controller for it, so it's really cool to own a 3DO. Now, systems I own are now done. There are actually 2 systems I played in my childhood that I did not own. Well, there's 3 that someday I'd like to have, actually 4. My cousin had a ColecoVision, which I played when I was over one time, which is I'd like to own, which I do have 6 games for it. And television someday, which I've seen them around here. But the one mainly is the TurboGrafx 16. Around the time I was in high school, one of my close friends had it, and I had bought Bonk for it, and I bought Airzon for it. So someday I'd love to have that and a Neo Geo. But the price of that I kind of expect. So I'm really not gonna the game stuff. I'm not really worried about it. But this completes like systems I owned when I was growing up that I actually owned, and it's really cool to have a 3DO. So I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited to get like Shockwave for it, which I had. I also had Madden for it, which they did have there, but I just didn't want to pay $6 for it. I thought that was a little high. Could be wrong. You know, I also owned. What else did I own for 3DO? Oh, of course I owned Road Rash, and of course I own Need for Speed, which were both awesome games on that console. And you could hook that console up to like my boombox I had, and you could play CDs through it, you know, through the boombox through it, and it would do like a screensaver like thing, which was cool at the time. There was if you had the MPEG one, you could actually play like they had movies kind of like the PSP did. They had movies just for the 3DO, like Total Recall. Wasn't the greatest quality, but it was cool at the time. So, and it's cool to hook this up to like a boombox or stereo and listen to like Road Rash's music through that while playing the video game. Like I used to have in my room back then, I used to have the 3DO hooked up to my boombox, and I had another speaker on the other side, so I had like kind of surround sound going from the TV and through both the boombox and the speaker over here, and so it was really awesome to play like that. But anyway, that's my pickups, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, like always. Again, it was great to get that system and the games and a little Christmas shopping done. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll make another video soon. Laters!